Good morning, Grove City seniors. Today in Extended Homeroom, we are going to go over some financial aid reminders for the 2026-2027 FAFSA form. As a reminder, this is Mr. C, your college advising manager here at Grove City High School. If your last names fall between LI through Z, I would be your I Know I Can advisor here at the high school. If your last names would fall within A through LE, Miss Taylor would be your I Know I Can advisor. The 2026-2027 FAFSA form did open on October 1st, 2025. It is available now for students and contributors to log in and start or finish to have submitted to the colleges and universities that you are applying to. The FAFSA form is really what is used to determine your eligibility for federal grants or federal student loans, maybe grants from the state of Ohio. Each college and university would have their own institutional grants that you could be eligible for based off of your FAFSA information. And then if you are seeking additional loan funding, the Parent Plus loan would be a loan that would be taken out in your parent's name, and that is also determined by the FAFSA form. As a reminder, any person contributing to the FAFSA form would first need to create an account or your FSA ID and then complete their section. So the student and contributor section, which we will go over here shortly. Looking back at the 2025-2026 FAFSA form that seniors last year were completing who are currently enrolled in their first year of college and now, that opened in December of 2024, which is a little different from this year. The FSA ID, your username and password for your FAFSA account, would take 2 to 3 days to verify for the 25-26 FAFSA form. Each person needed their own unique email to complete the FAFSA form or to create their FSA ID. Again, every person needed to have their social security number to even begin the process. Students did need to know their parents' date of birth and social security number to even begin the FAFSA form for the 2025-2026 FAFSA. So that is a little different for this year. Looking at this year's FAFSA form, the 2026-2027 FAFSA, it opened in October. So on October 1st, students were able to go in and start their form. Your FSA ID no longer takes 2 to 3 days to verify. That will now verify instantly. So that has helped tremendously with helping to complete the FAFSA sooner, and it has made that process a lot smoother. Each person would still need a unique email for creating their FAFSA form. So whenever you go in to create your FSA ID, you still need to have your own unique email. And then your parent or your contributor would also need to have their own unique email. You'll also still need your social security number to even start the process. Students no longer need to know the date of birth or social security number for their parent, so that has also simplified the process a lot. You just need to know your parents or your contributor's email. All right, so the very first step in the process, each person contributing to the FAFSA form will need to create an FSA ID. So, what is the FSA ID? That's basically going to be your username and password to log into your federal student aid account. Not only will you need that to create your FAFSA form to start and finish that, but if you want to check on your results, if you want to make any changes or corrections later, you'll need to have your FSA ID in order to do that. As I mentioned on the last slide, your FSA ID will be verified instantly. So once you go in and enter in your personal information, you create your security questions, that will be verified instantly, and you'll be able to go in and continue with the process and complete your FAFSA form. So this is really the first step in the process to your financial aid journey. So your FSA ID creation, you'll first want to go to studentaid.gov. In the top right-hand corner, you'll click Create Account. The very next screen, which is pictured here on the slide, you'll click Get Started, and then you'll be directed to start entering in your personal information. We do highly recommend that you use a personal email and not your school email. You'll continue to use this account the entire time you're enrolled in college. no matter if that's 2 years, 4 years, or more. This will be the information that you will use the entire time that you are enrolled. So this will be a username and password that you will want to remember and make sure that you write down for future use. Once you create your FSA ID, you'll then be able to log in and start your 2026-2027 FAFSA form, which you'll see pictured here on the left-hand side of the screen. We do recommend that the student begin their FAFSA form first and then invite your parent or guardian, whoever is contributing to the parent section of the FAFSA form, to go in and complete their section. Your electronic signature will be provided at the end, and that's how you will know your section is completed. You will be entering in financial information from the 2024 tax year, so that's important to note. Again, you will do this, your FAFSA form, every year you are enrolled in college courses. The FAFSA form will not officially be submitted until both the student and contributor sections are signed and submitted. So please take note of that. If you go in and complete the student section, it is still not completed until your contributor has gone on and completed their portion. A little bit about the FAFSA timeline. So once you submit your FAFSA form and your contributor goes in and submits their portion, that will mean it has officially been submitted. You'll receive your FAFSA submission summary within a week. That will give you a breakdown of all the information that was entered in on your FAFSA form. It'll also give you a brief summary of what you could be eligible for in terms of financial aid. Your FAFSA submission summary will contain the student aid index, your SAI. That number is what will be used by colleges and university to determine your aid eligibility. After you receive your FAFSA submission summary, your FAFSA information will be sent to each college or university that you added to your FAFSA form. That might take a couple of weeks for the colleges and universities to receive. Most institutions will send you a confirmation email once they have received your FAFSA information, and then they will start processing your FAFSA information, your financial aid eligibility, once they have received that FAFSA data. Once your FAFSA information has been received by the college or universities listed on your FAFSA form, then they will begin processing your financial aid packages. Keep in mind that each institution has its own timeline for processing financial aid award letters. Be sure to check with each college or institution that you're applying to understand the timelines. Some important reminders before we wrap up this morning: both the student and contributor sections have to be completed. So make sure you keep that in mind. Both sections have to be completed in order for your FAFSA form to be submitted successfully. Each person contributing to the FAFSA form has to have their own FSA ID. So it has to be unique to each contributor. For the student, parent, guardian, whoever is providing their information has to have an FSA ID. Use your personal email and not your school email, since you will continue to use this account in the future. You have to have your social security number. So if you're trying to complete your FSA ID, create that account now, and you don't know your social security number, you will not be able to complete that process. Check with each college or university to see if they have a FAFSA filing priority deadline. This can impact financial aid eligibility. So if they do, you want to make sure your FAFSA form has been submitted before that priority deadline. As of today, so December 2nd, 2025, 107 seniors in the 2026 graduating class have submitted their 2026-2027 FAFSA form. That is awesome. We love to see that number. Hopefully we can have that increased throughout the remainder of this academic year. So keep on doing the great work that you are doing, seniors, and submit that FAFSA form. One last thing to remember: the financial aid timeline can be different for each college or university, so it's important that you're checking with each school to make sure you understand when you will receive your financial aid information. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to either myself, Mr. C, or Ms. Taylor in the I Know I Can office in the back of the ERC. You'll see our emails are listed, what days we will be in the building and what day we will not be in the building. So make sure you pay attention to that. Send us an email, set up a meeting, stop by our office, and we can help go over any questions you might have.